Thanks to Simply Safe for sponsoring this video.
What's up, Rocket family? Today I'm going to be sharing some Dollar Tree hacks and DIYs using Dollar Tree products, and mainly Dollar Tree products you can buy all throughout the year, not just seasonal. Now let's begin.
For our first hack, you're going to need some candy canes, and I'm going to be using the cylinder box from Dollar Tree. I'm going to start hot gluing my candy canes to the box. Now you can glue the candy canes side by side without the box. It just is more time consuming and you have a higher chance of it falling apart on you. Dollar Tree carries 3 different sizes of the cylinder boxes. This is the largest one that they carried. So I needed 5 boxes of the candy canes to go all around this box. I purchased some red ribbon from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to wrap that around the candy canes by using some hot glue to make sure it stays in place, and it helps secure the candy canes into place a little bit more. Then I glue a bow to the front of this that I made using that same red ribbon. Inside of this you can place whatever you want. I decided to place some poinsettias inside of this, some real poinsettias, and it is so pretty. It makes for a great decor piece or centerpiece. This is the larger one that I made, and then I also made a smaller one using a smaller cylinder box from Dollar Tree. Did you know that you can use the traffic cones from Dollar Tree to make some bottle brush like trees? So what you're going to do is you're going to get a traffic cone and some garland from Dollar Tree. I only needed 1 garland for each traffic cone. You'll use your hot glue gun to start gluing the garland to the traffic cone. Once I got to the top, I just spin it around to make it look more like the top of a tree. Now I'm going to take some white acrylic paint, and I'm going to just paint the base of the traffic cone so that it looks like snow. I'm then going to take that same paint and start brushing it lightly on top of the garland to make it look like a flocked Christmas tree. You can leave the tree just as is. That's only 2 Dollar Tree products, $2.50, such a steal. Or you can glue little ornaments on top of your tree, which I'm going to do to mimic the bottle brush trees that I already own. Dollar Tree does carry miniature ornaments, they just don't have green ones, so I went to Hobby Lobby and got this pack for 60% off. And all I'm doing is I'm going to be gluing my ornaments to the tree. I did remove the little top off of the ornament because I prefer not to have those when I glue them directly to the trees. That's how I made these bottle brush like trees using the traffic cones and some garland from Dollar Tree. You can see they blend in really nicely with the bottle brush trees that I already own. The bottle brush trees, I try to buy them always on sale, but I've never been able to get them cheaper, the larger ones, for less than $12. A Christmas DIY my channel is known for is my hot cocoa bar. We're going to be making a miniature version of that right now that is so pretty. What you're going to need are the wooden crates from Dollar Tree. And this time around, I'm going to be using these wooden boxes from Dollar Tree and saving the lid. You're going to need some wood glue to attach everything. So I'm going to start by attaching 4 wood crates together side by side, and I used some clamps that I got from Dollar Tree to just make sure that the crates stay in place and don't move around. Now on top of these 4 crates, I'm going to glue down 3 of those wooden boxes. Like I said, I'm also going to be using the lid. You can use popsicle sticks if you have those on hand. So what I did is I removed the top part of the lid, and I'm going to be using the edges of it to cut pieces that are going to go on top and around the wooden boxes, just to cover up those holes. So I just break it apart, take 2 pieces just as they are. Those are going to go on the top of the boxes, and then I take this cutter to cut down the pieces of wood to go in front of the boxes. And like I said, you can use popsicle sticks. They are easier to cut with just a scissor if you want to use popsicle sticks. The wooden boxes pop out on the back of this, so to cover that up and make it look more cohesive, I'm going to be using these rectangular wooden planks. I'm going to glue them on the sides of this to make it look more like one unit, and then I'm going to use the rest that I have left over on the back of this just to help give this more support. Now off camera, I had my husband stain this with Varathane stain in Early American. This is how everything looks stained. On the front of the boxes, I'm going to attach these metal label holders. You can get these on Amazon for $4.99 a pack of 10. Now I'm going to share with you how I decorated this. I got these mason jars with the handles from Dollar Tree, and I filled these up with some hot chocolate items like mini marshmallows, hot chocolate, and peppermint. They also have mason jars with a different lid on the top that's perfect for seasonings, and then I just placed them all inside of my little unit that I made. I found these glass containers at Hobby Lobby. I'm going to be using one of these inside of my mini hot cocoa bar. Without the lid, I'm going to place it inside of there, and then I'm going to add some of these peppermint cinnamon sticks. I found this cute little milk jug and putting that inside of my mini hot cocoa bar and then placing some stirring spoons inside of that. Now I purchased these mini mugs at Walmart for $2.68, and then these slightly bigger ones were from Hobby Lobby. Then I got these ornaments, they're little gingerbread ornaments, and I'm going to put those inside of my box as well. That's how I decorated my little mini hot cocoa bar. I love the way that this looks. You can stain it whatever color you want or paint it whatever color you want to match your decor. So it's a different take on my hot cocoa bar that I know a lot of you guys really love. Our next hack is inspired by DIY with Karam. She did this a few years ago. It's absolutely brilliant, and more recently I saw Make It with Mika on TikTok do a similar thing, but both are absolutely beautiful. For this hack, you're going to need a laundry basket from Dollar Tree. You're going to remove the bottom of the laundry basket. I'm just using scissors to do this. Then you're going to need something to go around the laundry basket. I'm going to be using microfiber cloths from Dollar Tree. Karam, she used a bunch of different items. It looks so pretty. And then Make It with Mika used a duster from Dollar Tree. I'm going to be doing something different. I'm going to use mini clamps to attach my microfiber cloths instead of hot glue. You can find mini clamps in the Crafter Square section of Dollar Tree. The reason I'm using mini clamps is so that I can wash the washcloths if they get dirty real easily. The mini clamps can be hidden within the basket and underneath the tree. By using just 2 cloths, you're going to have the sides of the basket exposed. So there's 2 different ways to do this. You can pull the cloths really tight, get them in the perfect positions and cover them up with the clamps that way, or you can buy another cloth and just cut it down and glue it into place to cover up those holes. This is going to be a Christmas tree basket, Christmas tree skirt if you will. Now I'm using a smaller tree for this because I don't have a big Christmas tree this year. So all I did is remove the legs from my Christmas tree, slide it through the top of the basket, and then reattach the legs on the bottom of the basket. If you have a bigger Christmas tree, you want to cut through one side of the laundry basket so you can just easily wrap it around the Christmas tree. Look how awesome this turned out. This was $4 Dollar Tree products. 2 of the towels, 1 laundry basket, and then these small clamps. So inexpensive. I've never spent this little on a tree basket before. Even when they're on sale for like 60% off, it's really hard to get them for the price that I made this for.
So let's talk about our sponsor for this video, one of my favorite products I own, SimpliSafe Home Security. Right now, SimpliSafe is having their biggest sale of the year, offering 40% off of all new security system orders. SimpliSafe is half the cost of traditional brands with professional monitoring for under $1 a day. No long-term contracts, so you can start and stop anytime with no hidden fees. Their 24/7 professional monitoring is now powered by Fast Protect technology exclusively from SimpliSafe when a threat is detected. With the holidays just around the corner, I want my house to be protected. I do a lot of online shopping and there's packages being delivered to the front of my door. I might not be home. Somebody might try to take that package and I want to be alerted if somebody's doing that. Or if I'm not home, I don't want anybody to break inside of the house and to take my Christmas presents. This is the base station. This is going to let you know when a door is open. It's going to make a noise. It's going to let you know when you alarm your security or disarm your security.
SimpliSafe on. Home. Alarm off.
Like I said, SimpliSafe is one of my favorite products I've ever owned. I've been a victim of theft multiple times. I've had my car stolen on me and my house broken into. So I knew once I had a home of my own that I wanted to get home security. I have a child and one on the way, and I really want to do my best to protect them as much as I can. Like I said, right now you can save 40% on your SimpliSafe security system during SimpliSafe's biggest sale of the year. Visit simplisafe.com/BargainBethany to learn more. There's no safe like SimpliSafe. Thanks to SimpliSafe for sponsoring this video and being such a huge support to this channel this year. Anyways, with that being said, let's do some more hacks.
Get a white candle from Dollar Tree and some Model Magic, at least 2 packs for each candle. I'm going to be using a square cookie cutter for this, but you can always just use your knife to create these squares. I'm going to take 2 packs of Model Magic, mush the Model Magic together, and then I'm going to roll it out. Once I get it rolled out enough to get 2 squares out of it, I take my cookie cutter and use it to cut out these squares from the Model Magic. I'm making these squares look like graham crackers, so take something fine and pointed. I'm using a bamboo skewer and use it to create the little markings that you need to make this look like a graham cracker. You're gonna have leftover Model Magic. You'll roll it out again and then take the lid of your candle and just roll it through the Model Magic so you get the perfect width that you need and length. Then you're gonna cut that out. Wrap this piece around your candle lid and then use your finger to blend it on top of the lid and underneath the lid, making sure this goes nowhere. You need to wait for your Model Magic to completely dry. This takes at least a day to do. Once your Model Magic is dried, you can then paint it. I used Americana Honey Brown paint for the graham crackers, and I made sure I got in every little crevice. I needed a smaller detail brush to get inside of the little holes that I made. Then the Model Magic that's around the lid, you want to make that look like chocolate. I'm using this chocolate brown color. Once the paint is dry, you can put the lid on top of your candle. Now the graham crackers, the one that's going to go at the bottom, do not glue that to the candle, but the one that goes on the top can be glued to the lid. I used my Cricut to cut out some vinyl that has these cute little faces. I'll link the Etsy seller I bought these from down below for you guys. You can use a paint pen instead or some felt and glue it on using some hot glue. I just don't know if it might come off with the flame of the candle. Now my son, he kept bugging me as I was filming this. He just wanted the cracker.
Want crackers?
It's fake crackers. They're not real.
What's that?
I put on all the little face features. I did one that had like fudge with the vinyl, and then I did one that didn't have any fudge. There's a slightly different way of doing this if you do not want to use the Model Magic. I got a different candle this time. I put the little face on the front of it, and this time instead of using the Model Magic, I'm going to be using coasters from Dollar Tree. All you have to do is paint your coasters. The good thing is they take paint really, really well. Then get a finer brush to paint the details of the graham cracker on top of your coasters. I painted the edges of the candle brown. I'm doing the same thing as the other candle. I place a coaster on the bottom and then I'm going to put the candle on top of that. Then the graham cracker that's going on the very top of the lid, I glued down. I didn't glue down the bottom graham cracker because I don't know how the candle heat is going to react with the glue. It might melt it, and I don't know how it's going to react with Model Magic. So you can display it as a graham cracker, but when you light it, you just go ahead and you remove all the other pieces. For video purposes, I do have the candle lit on top of the Model Magic, but like I said, I would remove it from the bottom graham cracker. With the coaster though, it should be okay with the candle on top of the coaster. Aren't these just so cute? I love the way that these turned out, and they're really easy to do. For this next hack, you're going to need the mini cups from Dollar Tree, mini styrofoam balls. They come 6 for $1.25, and then some spackle. Dollar Tree does carry spackle, but if you're familiar with my channel, you know what I'm going to say. I love the DAP Patch and Paint spackle. You get more bang for your buck, and you don't have to mix it with water to get the perfect consistency. It's a styrofoam ball inside of a cup. Then take another styrofoam ball and cut it in half. You're going to use one of those halves on top of the styrofoam ball that's already inside of the cup, and you need this to create height when you're making your little whipped cream design. So you're going to need an icing tip. I'm using this large drop flower tip. Dollar Tree does carry icing tips. They're just not reusable, so I prefer to get mine elsewhere. You're going to place your spackle inside of a piping bag with that icing tip. You're going to treat this like it's icing or some whipped cream. You're just going to squeeze it right on top of the little cups. Now I'm going to take some fake sprinkles. I'll link these down below for you guys, and I'm just going to pour it on top of the spackle. You don't really want to use real sprinkles because what I've learned is they eventually bleed into the spackle. Then I got this red and white straw from Dollar Tree. It's just a paper straw, and I'm going to cut a little piece that I'm going to place inside of the spackle. I printed out and glued these little Starbucks Merry and Bright tags to the front of my cups. I'll link the seller I used down below for you guys, but you can find these for free if you really want to, just going into Google. I'm turning these into ornaments, and the way I do that is just by getting ornament hooks and hooking them through the spackle. So just poke through the spackle and you're good to go. Hang that on your tree. These are just absolutely adorable. They turned out so cute. And obviously you might not want to go with the Starbucks look, so you don't have to do that. You don't even have to put anything on the front of the cup. I love how these turned out, and you don't have to put them on the Christmas tree. You can use them in a tier tray. You can use them in a hot cocoa bar as a decoration. These are so easy to make and cute. Now, one of my favorite crafters to watch during Christmas is Creative on the Cheap. She does Christmas movie themed tutorials using mainly Dollar Tree products. And a few years ago, she made Snoopy's house, and since then, I've always wanted to DIY one of my own. She used entirely different products than I'm going to be using, but I highly recommend checking Courtney out for Christmas DIYs. So I'm going to be using a piece of foam board. Lately, I have been using foam board to make some amazing DIYs, and I'm just using one piece for this project from Dollar Tree. I'm not going off of a template or anything. I'm just figuring out how big I want my house to be. So you're going to need to cut the front and the back of the house. Both will be the same type of pieces. Then the sides of the house, and then the roof of the house. So all you have to do is trace these pieces onto one piece of foam board, and then you are going to cut it out using a razor. So I'm going to share with you guys in a moment the exact sizing that I used, but you can always change this around. If you want to make this jumbo, you're going to need more foam board, but you can definitely make this a huge Snoopy house. We're gonna need a Snoopy for this project. I went to Google Images, found a Snoopy lying on his back, saved the picture, and then just printed it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this image on top of a piece of foam board, and then I'm going to trace it on that piece of foam board. And I'm just using a pencil to do this directly over the image. What happens is it makes like an indent inside of the foam board, so you'll be able to see the silhouette of Snoopy. Once I have that silhouette, I then go ahead and cut my Snoopy out. There's so many different ways to make your Snoopy. You don't have to do it this way. You can always just use the picture directly and just glue it down that way. You can get a regular piece of paper and paint it, or just cut out his silhouette and paint on top of the foam board. So many different ways to do this. Now here are the measurements for the house. I did 2 pieces like this for the front and the back of the house. Then I did 2 pieces like this for the roof of the house, and then 2 pieces like this for the sides of the house. I'll link these measurements down below for you guys. To bring color to my house, I'm using craft foam. And I got the bigger pieces from Hobby Lobby for 99 cents, and then the smaller pieces I ended up using for the lights on the house was in this big pack from Walmart for $5. And I think it was 90 something cents, something like that. Anyways, what I'm doing is I am taking my pieces of foam board, placing it on the craft foam, tracing it out, and then cutting those pieces to glue on the house. Now, you don't have to use craft foam. If you want to keep this so cheap where you're just using one Dollar Tree product, use paint. You don't have to use the craft foam like I did. There's so many options. You can use felt instead. You can use wood instead. It's completely up to you, but I went the route of using craft foam. For my Snoopy, I cut out the printed image and I glued it to that piece of foam that I cut out that looks like Snoopy. And on the other side, I'm going to do a craft foam Snoopy. Again, you can do different things. You don't have to go the route that I went. Just use your imagination, use supplies you have on hand if you want to go a different route. Now it's time to start gluing the house together. If you use the measurements that I used, you're going to have leftover pieces of foam board. Cut those into smaller pieces, and you can use those smaller pieces as support for the walls of your house. So as you glue the main pieces of the house together, take those smaller pieces and glue them wherever 2 bigger pieces of foam board meet as support. It really does help a lot. To get Snoopy to lay center on the roof of the house, I had to cut his ear off. So after I glued down Snoopy, I then glued down the ear on one side of the roof, and then I made a different ear for the other side that's going to be the craft foam. Now it's time to just really have fun with this. I'm using different pieces of craft foam to start detailing the house. So black craft foam to detail the door, the little lines that are going through Snoopy's house. I just glued those directly to the house. I then went in with some red paint because there are parts where there's white foam still showing through, so I covered that up with just some red paint. Sorry, I can't talk. I then take some black craft foam and I cut out the string of the string lights, and I glued that on the roof and on the side of the house. And then I took some colorful craft foam and I cut out the Christmas lights. I went with colors that were in pictures I saw of Snoopy's house. Now, as I was making this, I saw pictures of Snoopy's house in A Charlie Brown Christmas, and I'm telling you guys, I love A Charlie Brown Christmas. My bathroom is themed after that year after year. I love that movie, and I never realized that the house in A Charlie Brown Christmas is blue. But then all the stuff that you buy for Charlie Brown during Christmas time, Snoopy's house is red. Again, in the movie though, it's blue. Don't believe me? Google it. I just don't really understand it. Anyhow, it's not that big of a deal, but it's something that I noticed. So basically I repeated these steps on the other side of the house, and then on the front of the house I made smaller lights that could fit there better. And then with the Snoopy that was on the other side, I just cut out little pieces of craft foam, black craft foam, to get his features. And this is how it turned out. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Like I said, I have a Charlie Brown themed bathroom, and this is where it's going inside of the bathroom. I realized after the fact that I probably should have made the house a little bit smaller, because where I wanted to place it, it's a little too big, so I have to do it where the craft foam side is showing, and I actually like the side where Snoopy's printed better. But this is so cute, and I'm just so happy I did this. I want to do more Charlie Brown DIYs because Charlie Brown stuff is expensive. This is an easy hack. Right now, Dollar Tree has these candy dishes. If you have a candy theme in your house, a peppermint theme, a gingerbread theme, this is a great hack to do. You just take some command strips and put them on the back of your plates. Now, the plates are really lightweight, so if you have the longer command strips like I do, you can actually cut those in half and use one for each dish rather than using two for each dish. So all I'm doing is I'm placing this on the wall that's around my Christmas trees. I actually don't have a normal sized Christmas tree this year. I just have some smaller Christmas trees. Well, anyways, I place these around the walls, and it's just so pretty, inexpensive, and easy to do. And I've done this before in the past with the spider plates from Dollar Tree. It's just an easy hack. This is such an easy hack. Window clings from Dollar Tree. You can put these on so many things. If you get a clear glass from Dollar Tree, want it to look a little bit more Christmas-like, take the window clings and place them directly on the glass. Put some flowers inside of there. So easy to do, and instantly makes it have that Christmas feel. Maybe you have some candles that you would like to spruce up a little bit more. Take the window clings and just put them directly on the candles. I have these candles. They're Christmas candles, but they don't have any Christmas decorations on them. So I took the window clings, placed them on, and now I have a Christmas vibe to my candles. Another thing you can do is use the window clings on top of your refrigerator. If you're trying to decorate a little bit more inside of your kitchen, you can place the clings or stickers directly on the refrigerator, or you can make magnets out of them. You just need some magnetic strips or the little magnets that Dollar Tree carries. So all I'm doing is I'm taking the magnetic strips and I'm going to cut them down into little pieces that I can place directly on top of my stickers. If you don't want the sticky side of the window cling stickers to be exposed, you can always place them on a piece of paper or craft foam like I did, then cut around the sticker, then place the magnet on the back of the foam or the paper, whatever it is that you use. And you could do it that way instead. There you have it, Christmas magnets for your refrigerator using Dollar Tree window clings. This is a hack I've shared on my channel for years now because it's so nice. You can use the duster pads from Dollar Tree to create a fake snow look. So on top of my fireplace, I'm going to be putting down these dusters. I'm just going to put a bunch of them till I cover the entire top of the fireplace. Now my fireplace, it's not real fire up there or down there. It's a fake fire, and I never put the heater on. I just put like where it looks like the fire's going. Anyhow, I'm going to place these pieces all on top of the fireplace, and then I'm going to pinch wherever two of the dusters meet. I'm pinching in these areas so that I can blend them in more nicely together. You can even use the microfiber cloths that I used on the basket for this. It's going to give a different look, but you can go that route if you want to use less. And this is just so easy to do, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, I've done this for many years in different styles of Christmas decor, and it just looks great. Let's decorate on top of the dusters. Those little plastic houses that Dollar Tree carries, if you don't like the plastic look and you want to make them look more chic, paint them a solid color. Go with any color you like. I'm going to be going with white, and I did have to do a few layers of my white acrylic paint to get the perfect look. This is way easier to do with some spray paint. Once the paint is dried, that's all you have to do. You just have to paint it. Paint it a solid color, whatever you like. Instantly makes it look more high-end and chic. I put these on top of the dusters, and I have this really pretty village that's on top of the fireplace.
So that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, thanks to Simply Safe for sponsoring this video and being such a big support to this channel this year. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.